Today, I am going to give you a secret business idea that nobody is talking about. Right now on social media, there's a lot of people that talk about business ideas, and then everyone goes and starts them, and they get oversaturated. Prime example, social media management, drop shipping, just you go down the list. There's tons of business ideas that an influencer mentions, and everybody runs into that corner, and then it gets oversaturated and it fizzles out. But today I'm going to tell you one that nobody's talking about that allows you to run this business from your house, that allows you to scale this business anywhere practically in the world, and it has reoccurring revenue. The business can likely be sold for 5 to 7 times the profit. This is a business idea that I have in progress, kind of creating. I'm super busy, so I don't have the time to necessarily do it, but I have told other people, hey, this is an idea that I would pursue, guaranteed, if my existing business, my insurance agency, wasn't growing so fast. I just don't have the time to do it. And this is a great business idea, and it's something that I would love to help you out with. I have connections in this space, and I really think it would be a successful business for somebody who's looking for a business idea and they can't find it. I know that feeling. You want to start a business, you want to start making that money, start having that financial freedom, start having that entrepreneurial itched. How many people are in that situation right now? And today I'm going to give you a business idea that nobody's talking about. Okay, so if you like today's video, please hit like and subscribe. I'll be bringing you content on the daily basis. So the business idea is a virtual assistant agency / wholesaling company. There's kind of 2 routes you can go with this business idea. The first route is my favorite, which is wholesaling a VA. So what you would do is you would connect with a company. This company is usually offshore in the Philippines, India, different parts of the world. You would connect with a company that has VAs, okay? And these VAs are going to be a little bit less expensive than you going through an American company. And let me provide an example. Let's say I can find a VA for about $400 a month that would work for somebody for 40 hours a week. Okay? 40 hours a week. That is so inexpensive. That is insane. A lot of businesses are looking for virtual assistants because, quite frankly, the economy is a little bit slower. They need workers, and it's really hard because American workers maybe sometimes aren't the best. Did I say that? Maybe. So American workers are kind of hard to find. And apparently, right now for somebody to do clerical work for you, it's around $15 to $20 an hour, depending on where you're at. So finding a VA and reducing that cost to do very easy stuff that some people don't even want to do, that's a great solution. So what I'm trying to say is you find somebody in the Philippines or in India that would provide a virtual assistant for $400 a month. What you do at your agency, you tack on another fee per month for placing that VA somewhere else. So basically, what you would say is you would call companies, create a website, reach out, and have a whole marketing plan of, hey, I provide your company, your specific industry, a virtual assistant for $800 a month or $1,000 a month. Let's just say it's $800 a month. So $800 a month, you collect $800, and then you pay the virtual assistant company in India $400. You are pocketing $400. Why is this so great? Because, once you place the VA, you might have to have an interview between the VA and the business owner. You might have to have multiple kind of conversations. You might have to ask what the business owner is looking for, maybe train the VA a little bit. But from that standpoint, from the beginning, once you place that VA and that VA is doing a great job, you're making that $400 to $600 a month passive income. It's coming in every single month. And if they like the VA, then you're fine. And then you find somebody else. You have 10 clients paying you $400 a month cash flow. And that's on a low end. I would really kind of charge $1,000. So you're 600 times 10, that's $6,000 a month that you're bringing in profit with very minimal work. And you can see how this business is just with 10 clients, okay? Can you imagine 100 clients? Oh my gosh. So you would probably need a little bit extra staffing for this. But I really like this route 1 because somebody else is sourcing the VA. You're connecting the American company, and you're an American company doing business with an American company. you're connecting with a company offshore that's providing that VA. That VA is then working for your client. Your client pays you. It's a very great model. There's a lot of work in the beginning, maybe a little bit of work in the beginning, but once you have them, it's kind of on autopilot. So that's kind of route one. Now, route two is, and I'm going to tell you how to really find a partner, and then how to get clients to use your virtual assistant agency. Route two is you actually finding VAs. This route, same thing as route one. The only difference is you're going direct to the source. You're going direct to that virtual assistant worker. Now, the hard part about this is you finding somebody, because unless you have connections in other parts of the world, it's going to be very hard for you to source somebody who's trustworthy, who knows people in that country. So, but you potentially could do that. Maybe it's a more specialized service where you're finding an American VA who can do specific things. Maybe it's for SEO, maybe it's for website design, maybe it's something like that. I don't know what it is, but you're finding somebody with a specific skill that you're tacking on a fee. You're cash flowing, kind of like a staffing company. You're finding a VA, you're training that VA, and then you are sourcing that VA to a client. And you could source that VA to multiple clients depending on how many hours they want. Maybe you're doing it per job. Maybe you're like, hey, we're going to provide this. Our business provides this. That's another route. Hey, we provide this type of service. We provide bookkeeping, and then you have your VAs on the back end provide the bookkeeping. This model allows you to have a little bit more cash flow because you could have one VA doing services for 6 to 7 companies. And if 6 to 7 companies are paying you $1,000 a month, that's $6,000, and maybe you're paying your VA $2,000 a month. Now you're cash flowing $4,000, which is more than what you were doing with just 10 VAs. So there's a way in which you can kind of do this depending on what you want to structure your company and how you really want it to do. So I would suggest route one. I think it's a lot easier to connect with somebody. It's more hands-off. But if this is going to be your primary business, maybe you want to put a little bit more effort into it and spend that time. But I know this business is a great business idea because my company, we've been looking for VAs. We've been looking for help. We've had people come and go in our company, and we've been saying, hey, we have very easy things that we need somebody to do that would help us out. Okay, so what I'm going to go through next is how to find a company for route one, and then I'm going to go through how do you find sales, how do you find customers that are looking for a VA. So how to find a company, I have multiple connections because I've looked into this business idea, almost started it, just don't have time. So I could connect you. There's a link on my bio where you can fill out a contact form, or you can book a call with me and we can talk specifically about what you're kind of looking for. But I have multiple connections in this industry that may or may not be able to work with you. I'm not guaranteeing anything. I'm just saying I would be happy to make a connection for you. Outside of that, I would look on LinkedIn, look on there's a website that you can find help in the Philippines, and you can kind of post a job on there. So maybe you could find a direct VA, or maybe you can find an agency that way. So if you look up, virtual assistants in the Philippines or virtual assistants in India, and really start talking to multiple people, trying to find the best route for you. You want to try to keep that cost as low as possible, okay? Because you don't want to have a VA that you're paying $800 a month, and then your client's paying you $1,000 because that's only $200. You want to make it worth your while, so you want to have multiple conversations. So Google's going to be your best friend on this, and it's going to be a lot of work for you to find that. Be happy to make any connection I possibly can from the people that I've talked to. No guarantee that they're good or bad or anything. I'm just able to make a connection for you. So the next thing is, how do we get clients for this business? Because that's the most important thing. Anybody can have a great business idea. Anybody can have great systems, blah, 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 blah. But how can we get clients? That's the most important thing. How can we get clients for our business? So what I would do, I would find a specific industry, because there's riches and niches, okay? So when I was going to start this business, I was going to help out specifically contractors. My insurance agency, we work with contractors. I've met with business owners. I understand them. I understand the troubles that they go through with trying to send out bids while doing jobs at the same time. They're overwhelmed. They're growing like crazy, but they don't have time. And sometimes they can't find somebody to work for them kind of part-time, and they don't want to spend a lot of money on somebody if there's not that much work sometimes, and there's a ton of work sometimes. So a VA would be perfect for a contractor. And what I was trying to do is, how can we get in front of these contractors? Well, number one, we could create a YouTube page, make content surrounding contractors, and sharing how our VA company works. That's a great idea. Social media, if you're able to get your content out there on a viral basis, talking about contractors, maybe you're not a content person, I would create a website. We were going to create a website, a Facebook page with SEO. So when people search virtual assistants for contractors, our website would show up very high. That a website that shows up on Google works for you when you don't have to work. It's a sales team that you don't have to pay. Once you create the website, the sales team's out there selling for you, and that's Google, okay? We're also going to potentially hire somebody to make cold calls to contractors asking if they would be interested in a virtual assistant. Now, we would potentially hire a virtual assistant for finding virtual assistant clients. So what we would do is we'd call contractors, have a sales pitch for them. You call enough people, eventually somebody might be interested. We were also going to do an email campaign. Source a list of emails for contractors, reach out that way. You could potentially sponsor things locally, but I would say it's a lot easier for you to kind of scale this in a specific industry. We were potentially going to go to some conferences that contractors go to, maybe sponsor some events. Where are the business owners that are contractors? That's where we need to be in front of. And as I'm going through this, you can tell that we had about 5 to 6 different flows of where we could find these contractors. And that's what you need from a sales perspective. A lot of people start a business and they try one thing. They go door knocking and that's it. They create their website and they're wondering why leads aren't coming in. You have to do 5 different flows to make this business idea successful. So the sales approach should be that first thing you're looking at. Okay, how are we going to get in front of these people? What industry are we going to be specifically in? Where's the need? And because if you just say, hey, we're going, as wide as possible, my advice would be to niche down and specifically have a group of industry that would need your virtual assistant. So I would be happy to help you out. If you want to book a call with me, I have a link in my bio where you can click and book a call for a minimal fee. Be happy to help you out and talk through a strategy for you to start this business. I think it would be a great business idea for you. I think anybody can do it. It doesn't take a lot of skill. And I really like how it's recurring revenue, virtual. You can do it from your house with a laptop. It's scalable, and it's something that is not going to go away. People are always going to need people working for them, and once you can find a great employee with which most of these virtual assistants that I have heard reviews on, people absolutely love them. There's a work ethic that is not readily available in America right now, and people are so happy with their virtual assistants. I have friends that own businesses and they use VAs and they love them. So, massive opportunity in this business. Are you going to pursue it? If you are, I'd be happy to help. Thanks, like, and subscribe. Thank you.